I passed a farmer not so long ago, just on the top of Corney, and just asked him where was best to park, and he was pretty helpful, to be fair, pointing me down in this direction. So dropped down the other side of the valley, back towards the, I think it's the A595 main road, and there's like a wide bit in the road next to a bridge, so yeah, managed to get parked in there, and we'll set off from here. So this is the first walk with the new camera, so hopefully it's a bit better than the last ones with the using the phone. We'll see what it comes out like. Hopefully a bit more stable and what have you. Yeah, cracking day. So this walk starts off obviously on a road, and then in a fairly short distance we turn onto a track, like just like a gravel track. There's no vehicle access, otherwise I would have just driven up. Steep one that. I thought I'd keep to a fairly low down, pretty short walk today, because when it was doing the old Snowmageddon the other day, I went for a dog walk with the missus and the dogs, and she decided to go over on her backside. So me being the absolute hero that I am, turned round and ran back to help her, and I ended up going over on my backside as well, and as a result twisted my knee. So got a bit of knee ache this week, but hopefully a few smaller walks will help sort it out. Excuse me, love, don't know your way to Swinside Circle, do you? Ah, no worries. Damn. So as we're just walking along, you get up to the point on this track, just up there. That is Kinmont Buckbarrow, and then if we just slide across to the right slightly, to there, that one's Whip Fell, and it is pretty sort of exposed up there. So in the winter it gets a lot of snow, gets a lot of wind, gets a lot of rain, and yeah, it's pretty sort of barren, but depends on your outlook, but barren can be beautiful as well, so they reckon. So just come over that cattle grid there, keeping on the track, and I think just at the end of the track here I can see some stones sticking up. but thankfully we went the right way. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward walk. A little bit steep at the start once you come off the road, but after that it just depends how fat you are. If you're carrying a bit of timber like me, it's obviously going to be harder, but yeah, easy work. Start to take a pause. Don't know what that lump is, but I will stick it in the picture somewhere if I remember. What a spot. Are you? So even though I only live like probably 5 miles away from this is the first time I've ever ventured down to it. I've seen it off the top of the fell up there, but yeah, first time actually making the effort to come down, and first impressions is it's a lot bigger. Well, the stones are a lot bigger. The diameter's not as big as I thought it would be, but let's get a bit closer and have a goosey. What a bloody spot. Awesome. These I'm like 6'3", and so you're talking like 7 foot odd for some of the stones. Absolutely monstrous. Some spot. So it's cool to get out of these sort of places. Like I've obviously do a bit of walking and that, but never really thought of doing anything like this. It'd be a cool spot to camp, but like I say, it's private land. There's the sheep in the field, and I don't think the farmers would be best impressed who are only just over there, so I don't recommend it. But you might get away with you know, sticking a loud tent on top of some of the peaks. It'd give a good view anyway. Could maybe even mission down here for a sunset or whatever. Awesome. Really cool. Right. Been sort of standing about for a while now. Just, I did a bit of, well, you'll see, a bit of drone photography, and took a few videos and that, and yeah, I've just sort of been sat about a bit. I've only got this. It's like a hunting jacket, like what do you call it, like silent waterproof, but it is pretty thin. I've only got a t-shirt on underneath, and it is fairly nippy. So I think that'll probably do us for a walk around here, but it's cool. I like it. Highly recommend having a walk up, because it's impressive, and it's not going anywhere, so you know, you don't have to rush up here. Stood the test of time. So yeah, we'll start the short walk back to the car, and that'll do us. Make sure you shut them gates. Don't want any sheep getting out. Awesome. Steady on them cattle grids as well. Don't want to break a toe or a leg. I was actually called out a few years ago with the fire service up to where was it? Past a spot called Seathwaite, up past Ulfa, on the way up to Hardknot and Rhinos, and there's some cattle grids dotted about up there, and some teachers had gone out for a walk with some school kids, and one of the kids had fallen down the cattle grid and got the legs stuck, and obviously they had to phone the fire service to come and get him out, but this kid didn't look very impressed when we got the spreaders out. It's called the spreaders. They're like jaws of life. You can squash or spread stuff open with them, and we had to spread the bars on the cattle grid to get this kid out, and then once the kid was out, squashed it back in place, but it's new. But yeah, gotta be careful on them cattle grids. What a place to live. That farmer's a lucky sod. Looks right out of the window, straight onto a stone circle that they reckon was built. I'm sure that I read before, and again I'll put it on the screen if I find any more information on it, and I'll put some spiel in the description about it, but I'm sure that I read it was built something like 13 or maybe 1300 BC to 90 BC, or maybe 900 BC, but that's a bloody long time, that. What is quite surprising is I've not seen anyone else up here. Thought there'd be a fair few folk, and the you know, the grass around the actual stone circle, like I thought it would have been a lot more well trodden, but maybe everyone's like me around here and they've not bothered going and having a look in. So yeah, sort of failed at the first hurdle really with this YouTube gig. Our plan was we wanted to get out one decent camping video a week, and then like something like this, like a walk somewhere, or just something a bit smaller. And although that's going to work out for us sometimes, other times, like probably the last 10 days or so, we've literally just not had a second where like I'm either working or Chris is working, and I think we're just probably going to have to start pushing out and doing some solo camps, because if we don't, we're going to miss some weeks, and I think you've got to be consistent with stuff like this. But unless when we've got loads of time off, we start pushing out like a couple of nights a week or whatever, and then just sort of build up a bank of videos. But we'll just have to see how it goes. But yeah, it's a journey. Hopefully you enjoy it. I'm enjoying it. It's getting me out of the house anyway, so job's a doozy. Alright. It's just looking down to the Duddon estuary there. So you've got like, I don't know if you can see the wind turbines on the hillside there, but that's Askham below there, and then there'll be Barrow in the distance. Better off up here though, aren't we? Much nicer views. Right guys and girls, frog in the throat. That's me just coming up to the car now, so yeah, that's that walk pretty much done and dusted. As I said earlier, nice short one. Anyone can get out and do that, really easy work. So I'll put the exact mileage and that up when I get back. In fact, I'll put it on the screen here. Yeah, it's let's say a short walk, quite an interesting midway point with the stone circle, just an out and back. But yeah, awesome. Thanks very much for watching, and if you like watching this sort of stuff and camping videos, etc., please consider liking and subscribing, and watch out for future videos. Thanks very much. See you later. Ta-da.